let's put it this way. First part of the season, he ended up being an all-star starter. And, he had the numbers for it. I mean, a lot of us was kind of like, but whatever.
Yeah.
But after becoming an all-star, he kind of faded away. We kind of just didn't even hear about Andrew Wiggins no more. And then the playoffs, like, he get napped. Look, unlike Tatum, he turned on Mamba mode. Maybe Tatum texted the wrong number.
Oh.
Maybe he texted the wrong number. Andrew Wiggins got Kobe real number, bro.
Sportscash crew, welcome back to another week episode with your host, Mr. ESPN, where we discuss sports and the business behind it. What's going on, Doug?
We here big time, man.
Hey, man. We came to the finish line, dog.
Came to the finish line. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. It's over.
The boys did it, huh?
The boys did it again.
And how many games did I tell you they were going to do it?
6.
I said they were going to do it in 6 games.
Yeah, they did in 6.
And I was spot on. I feel like a prophet, son.
You should put money on the books.
I ain't got money to lose, though. You know what I mean, bro? If I had the bread to lose, by all means, I would have did
hit big.
But and you had Boston in
7.
Mm-hmm. Could have. Well,
could have, should have.
It is what it is, though, man. Let's get to this show, though, bro.
Absolutely. So, as you guys know, the NBA season is officially over. Shout out to the Golden State Warriors for winning their 4th championship in 8 years. 8 tries.
They went 6 times.
6 times, yeah.
Lost twice, but good job.
Incredible run.
Yeah.
Stephen Curry finally got his Finals MVP. First one.
Oh, yeah.
Not that exciting?
I guess it was like the only thing missing, right?
Yeah,
he's been a unanimous MVP. He's been an all-star MVP. He's won his championships. Mm-hmm. He's the three-point god. Like, there's nobody on his level when it comes to be able to shoot. So I guess the only thing that was missing was Finals MVP.
Yeah.
So he got that now. So is he good? He's straight. He can hang it up.
Yeah, I think nah. Don't hang it up. He still got a lot of tread on that tire.
I'm saying his resume.
Yeah, he maxed it out for what he could do.
He's good.
Because at this point, the other things that's left to accomplish, he's not going to touch that. Like, he's not going to be all-time scoring leader. He won't get close to that. He's never going to be defensive player of the year. He could rack up some more All-NBAs, but that's not going to make a big jump in his legacy. Maybe an MVP will add a little bit flair, but it's not going to make a big change. It's like the stuff that's left on his resume, if he attains them, it's either such a far stretch that he's not going to get it, or it's just like minor things.
But, you know what? You saying that, and to me, that's more praise to his career.
Correct.
That means in the time that he's been in the league, which has been, 12 years or something?
2009.
13 years or something like that? So that means he's accomplished a lot.
But most of that accomplishment came in 2013 to now.
Hey, whatever. You've been in the league for 13 years. 8 of them you spent in the finals.
That's a hell of a career. I'll take that.
Yeah, you'll take that. You'll take that. So
I take that for sure.
Yeah, man. Give that man his flowers, bro.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man, what you got for us today, bro?
So, I guess the discussion that everybody is wondering is now that they won their 4th one, right? Where do we see? I guess the three people that we look at most is obviously Curry, and then we look at Kerr, and then we look at Draymond.
Those are the 3
pivotal, that people cover when we talk about Golden State.
Okay.
Curry has 9 championships now.
This dude just racking.
4 has a coach, 3 has a player. And now
that math made no sense.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm totally wrong. 4 has a coach, 5 has a player. I meant to say 3 with the Bulls, 2 with the Spurs. My fault.
It's like, what? I had to carry the one.
Yeah.
My arithmetic might be
Yes,
off.
5 as a player. My fault. 5 as a player, 4 as a coach. 9 total. He's only behind the GOAT, Phil Jackson, right now.
With rings?
With rings.
Nah, bro. What? That dude that was coaching the Celtics back in the day don't have more than that? Red? Nah. I mean, because Bill Russell got like 11, right? So
Red Arbitrage?
Yeah, whatever his name is.
Has a player and coach now?
No. I don't know if he ever played, but I mean, that's well before my time, so he's right. I'm not even going to act like I know what I'm talking about.
So I know a lot of people get stipulation to kerr because we all say it's Mark Jackson team and all that, and he lucked up and got the best shooters of all time. But when you look at it at the same time, a lot of coaches been blessed with either high leverage players or a perfect situation and they still didn't deliver, aka Doc Rivers. But Steve Kerr, I mean, you gotta give it what it is. Whatever stipulation you have, eight finals runs is 8 finals runs.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm one of those people that's like, well, Mark Jackson planted this seed.
Correct.
You just watered it, and which I mean, still isn't easy anyway. Steve Kerr went and coached these guys, and it's not like, I mean, outside of having Kevin Durant, everybody else was homegrown with this dynasty. Sure. I mean, they brought in a couple pieces here and there, like Andre Iguodala early on, Barbosa or Livingston. No, Livingston was probably there before Kerr. Probably not. But regardless, but the main core, Klay Thompson, Draymond, and Curry, they were drafted there and they just developed and blossomed into what they became. So, I'm not gonna completely take things away from Kerr, but I guess I'm a pro Mark Jackson guy. And
it's tough not to
I wish he would have kept that job. I wish he would have been the one right now with 4 rings.
Do you think he wins 4 if he's the coach?
I mean, to be honest, yeah, because at the trajectory that he had them going anyway, and he had Curry's career, I mean, just skyrocketed from the year before without having Mark Jackson to having him.
Correct.
I think he was on his way. I don't see why not. I mean, if they brought in the exact same pieces and stuff like that, if he was eventually giving Kevin Durant to, come on now, please.
I mean, if anybody, well, maybe not, but, but if anybody, with Kevin Durant, you almost got a chance.
I mean, I could have coached that team. That's not a big deal. But I mean, I genuinely think yes. Yeah. I mean, they could very, very well have. I mean, and hey, I mean, who knows? I could be wrong. I mean, we'll never know anyway. But I think so. I think so. That team is good enough, and I mean, if I'm being completely honest, in the game of basketball, I give coaches credit. I do. However, but it just seems like if you got the talent, you're probably gonna do well anyway. Gotcha. So I'm not gonna guarantee a championship, but you're gonna do pretty darn good if you got some good players. So I think he would have been just fine.
Fair enough. What about Draymond? You think he's in discussion with probably Dennis Rodman now? That anchor who plays defense. Obviously he didn't make. I don't think he made the top 75 team. But do you see him as a Hall of Famer?
Draymond?
Yeah,
easily.
Hall of Famer.
Okay. They put everybody in the Hall of Fame in NBA.
Nowadays,
and easy. Yeah. I think if I played for 3 seasons, if I could average 7, maybe
7,
I might have a chance. NBA is kind of. I mean, I've even heard the big NBA dogs say that they kind of just put anybody in there that was somewhat impactful. And Draymond, he's not just somewhat impactful. He is a big deal part of the Warriors. Absolutely. So he's definitely going in.
For sure.
It's not a doubt about it.
And then you got the MVP Curry. Now it's this talk saying he could be a top 10 of all time, quote unquote. I don't know on whose list. I say he's not top 10 on my list.
I mean, I need the 10 people. Can you give me 10 people?
Bill Russell.
Okay.
Kareem.
Okay.
Michael Jordan.
Okay.
LeBron James.
Okay.
Magic Johnson.
Okay.
Tim Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 7?
Mm-hmm.
Larry Bird.
Okay.
That's 8. Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
9. I'm missing somebody.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, there's 2 names that just popped up into my head.
Who?
Shaquille O'Neal, Olajuwon, maybe.
Here's my thing with Shaq, though.
I mean, take it or leave it. Whatever. You don't even have to.
Shaq is tough for me. And it's not because I don't hate Shaq. To me, Shaq is one of the people. Had a great career. Accomplished a lot. But let's be real. If Shaq really wanted to, I think Shaq could have 10 championships. To me. If he wanted to get in shape, if he wanted to make his free throws, and let's be real.
If he wanted to make his free throws, that I don't even know if it's fair to put that part in the conversation. It's not like he went there to miss.
But he didn't go there to get better. He didn't get better at his free throws. It just
wasn't a strong point of his game.
It wasn't, but if we always get on these other stars of working on this piece of the game or that piece of the game or this piece of the game. Let's be real.
I don't even think you said Wilt.
I didn't say Wilt.
I don't think you said Wilt, bro.
Oh, then Wilt would be my 10th.
Okay.
If I didn't say him, he would be my 10th. So yeah, not top 15. Yeah, but top 10. It's tough.
It's dicey.
Yeah,
so what does he have to do to get into that echelon, that top 10? Okay. I mean, I saw a thing the other day. According to ESPN, number 10 was Kobe, I believe. And they I can matter of fact, and one name you didn't say that was in there. I remember seeing Oscar Robertson was in there, along with all those other guys. Mm-hmm. Most of those other guys you named. So I'm trying to figure out, what does Curry have to do now? Because he has 4 chips. You could tell whatever story you want behind all of them, but regardless, you got 4 chips and 8 tries. That most people would love to have.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Absolutely.
So, what does he have to do? Does he need 2 more, 3, 4? I think he's only getting older, so it's like
he is. I think now it's coming to a preference thing, and again, in 5 years, that list might change because we're in the moment right now, and he's still playing. Mm-hmm. So most of those guys outside of obviously LeBron and KD have retired already. So it's kind of like, okay, maybe when he retires, we might have to reflect and really break it down. But I think the thing that hurts Steph was this. Number one, his career for where it's at now started late. He didn't come out the gate number 1 pick, rookie of the year, all that stuff, So it's kind of like Curry really didn't get popping until like year 7, 8. Then he started going, and then year 9, he won his first championship, and then now the rest is history. Mm-hmm. 2, I just think, and this is going to be for a lot of players, he kind of ran into the LeBron era. Let's call it what it is. And we know
he's beaten LeBron 3 times.
Yeah, he has. But we already know 2015, everybody says it. If Kyrie and Kevin Love was there, it's probably a different series. And LeBron took you 6.
Okay.
17 and 18.
Kevin Durant.
So you see what I'm saying? There's always stipulations to those 3 championships. It's not like this one where it's like, all right, they just flat out beat you like they did Boston. But I will say this. As time has gone, Curry has dogged the interest of the NBA fan base, which I think this new generation will usher him into that top 10. I really think, truth be told, Stephen Curry's bigger than Kevin Durant right now.
Yeah, I can see that. I think Kevin Durant is a better basketball player.
Yeah, basketball player Kevin Durant is. Curry, but when you just talk about like that face or like people that love a player like back in the day. Yeah. You probably gonna find more people.
Curry. Look at him.
He's a golden child.
Yeah,
he's a golden child.
Golden child. His eyes are like the color of this table. Got them nice straws.
Got a nice white too, but anyway.
Yeah, man. So can we look to the future a little bit?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, the NBA's wrapped up. We don't know what's about to happen during the off season. Trades, blah, 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 blah. I mean, the only trade we heard so far was Christian Wood of the Houston Rockets.
Correct.
Going to Dallas, which I actually really like that move. Mm-hmm. So let's look forward a little bit. What can we foresee? You don't have to jump into who's going to be in championship because that's difficult. But what can you foresee for the next season? If you were to see what we got right now.
If the table is cleared, everybody's healthy.
Yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
Okay. And we're just talking about the West?
You take want to talk about the West and East.
Okay.
Well, you can start with the West. Though. That's fine.
In the West, if all is healthy,
West.
I got Golden State versus whoever wants to show up in the Western Conference Finals.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at it and I'm saying to myself, okay, the way Golden State look right now, you would think this would be, the last hurrah, the last championship of the run. It don't seem like that. Steph is 34, playing like he's 27. Clay's finally going to get an offseason where he's not injured. So that means he gets a whole offseason healthy, even though it's going to be shortened because they just won the finals. Then he gets to play a whole regular season. Mosley and Kuminga did not play this series. So now,
not even a little bit, bro.
So now you got these two young guns that's not rookies no more. I think they're going to carry at least 40% of the load in the regular season to rest the core and then get ready for the playoffs. You still got Andrew Wiggins, Jordan Poole, Gary Payton II. So you have pieces that can carry the bulk of that load where Curry doesn't have to play 40 minutes a night. Clay doesn't have to play 40 minutes a night. Draymond doesn't have to play 40 minutes. And that core can put up points. Andrew Wiggins averaged 17 points a game this series in the finals.
Andrew Wiggins was huge, bro.
He was big. So I think Andrew Wiggins...
We're going to talk about that guy for real a little bit. Like,
you got to put some respect in that name. I mean, I'll be honest with you. For a number one pick, I was almost on, like, Andrew Wiggins is going to be a bust, bro, when he went to Minnesota. Then his career got resurrected. And now it looked like he found a home in Golden State. But I think Andrew Wiggins is going to be the biggest point. I mean, not the biggest point, but the biggest factor for next year. He's going to have to carry that regular season load with the second unit to keep him afloat. Like when they have the back-to-backs, Andrew Wiggins probably going to have to come and score 25 a night. So Curry doesn't have to carry the load. Clay doesn't have to carry the load. But to me, they got 10.
So Golden State versus whoever you feel like.
Whoever wants to show now.
All right. That's cool.
There's three teams, be honest with you, that can fill that spot. To me, is obviously the Clippers because they're deep. You get Kawhi, Paul George. I always say, a healthy Kawhi, you got a chance. You can't count Phoenix out. Now, granted, if they keep Ayton. Now, if they lose Ayton, that's a whole different story. And then the third option, people are going to kill me for it, but they start off okay with the offseason so far. They, make some tweaks on the bench as far as coaching. Now let's see what they do with the players. And I don't care.
Lakers.
And I don't care what y'all say. 19th year, 20th year, 37 years old, 38 years old. Until he said, I'm done playing basketball, you can't count LBJ out. So you got to always put LeBron in the conversation. So those three teams, they'll be, competing for that spot to play Golden State in the Western Conference Finals.
All right. I'll say mine and much quicker.
Okay. The
Clippers. If they're healthy,
That's if the Clippers want to show up too.
If they're healthy, I think the Clippers got the craziest roster. Like, they really do. I mean, they got some dogs. So I'm gonna just stay in the West Side. I'm gonna say the Clippers.
Okay.
East Side.
That's tough. Because at the same time, I don't know. Boston went through
we're gonna talk about them.
We're gonna
talk about them.
They had a rigorous playoffs, man, to run it back again. You know what? I'm gonna go off a limb. Kevin Durant, show me what you made of.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna go Boston again. Honestly.
No. Kevin Durant, really show me what you made of. Can you reach the Eastern Conference Finals? Now, who they play against is up in the air. Depending what Miami does, I think Miami add another star. They're right back in it. Boston, they have a great chance, but, man, they had a hell of a year. They might be a little gassed, to be honest with you.
What? They 13 years old. What you mean they going to be gassed?
We in the middle of June, and they just finished their season.
I don't want to hear that.
You see what I'm saying? So,
I don't want
to hear that. They fought this playoffs, man. It was tough.
I'm cool with
Philly, next.
You ain't going.
And then the last, and you always can't count Giannis out.
Okay, that's all I was like. What about that freak?
Yeah. Especially Chris Middleton coming back. Yeah, you can't count Giannis out. So.
In the East, I'm gonna stick to Milwaukee.
can see that.
I'm gonna stick to Milwaukee. Just
Giannis gonna redeem himself.
I think, and he's incredibly difficult to check. So like, it's just.
Hey, I still fear this. If Giannis come back next year with a consistent jump shot, yeah.
So, all right, we got that out of the way. Talking future, let's go. Let's reel it back to what we just finished up. Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum specifically. Okay. You gotta talk about Jason Tatum. I'm sorry. And we like last episode. Hey, we was gassing him up. I'm like, look at him. He's a pretty guy, and like, I mean, he just looks like a good dude. Like, correct. I mean, I don't like Boston, but it's hard to not like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
Correct.
But Jaylen Brown came to play. He dropped 34, I think, in Game 6. And Jason Tatum, who is in most people's eyes the guy for correct. Boston. I mean, he was first team All-NBA.
Yes.
He's an all-star starter.
Yes.
You can't drop 13 points.
You can't.
In a closeout game.
You
can't drop 13 points. Now, however, I give a lot of credit to Andrew Wiggins. That's why I said I was going to come back to Andrew Wiggins, because Andrew Wiggins had this man on clamps. Yeah. Right? Like, he was checking this dude. But if you texting Kobe and you telling him how you got him and you keep wearing his wristbands. Yep. I'm hearing chatter he trying to change his number to 24. Yeah. You don't get to drop 13 points, young Mamba. Like, I'm sorry, bro. You disrespecting Kobe, bro.
Facts. Kobe won 13 and a quarter.
Bro. Exactly. He's talking about you need to average that per quarter, okay? Facts. So, rest in peace, sir. I got Kobe. But Jason Tatum, you don't get to do that, bro.
He doesn't.
You need to be slandered. I mean, because you know why? I don't care. You 24 years old.
Correct.
You found a way to make it this far.
You did.
You swept Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving.
You did.
You beat Giannis.
You did.
In 7 games. I mean, granted, it's a team game. Mm-hmm. And then you beat Jimmy and them in 7 games at their crib, too. Mm-hmm. You don't get to, I mean, granted, whether they were going to win or lose against Warriors is one thing.
You had to go out with a
But you got to go out big.
Yeah.
Like, you got to make it difficult. I mean, it was a double-digit loss. And Jason Tatum, you dropped 13 points.
This,
like,
so truth be told, this is the lesson Jason Tatum needed to learn. Golden State exposed them. This is the loss every star had to go through. Kevin Durant went through it. LeBron went through it. Kobe even went through it. Now we're gonna see. All right, Jason Tatum, if you really want to take your game to the next level, you gotta learn from this and then come back next year, and you gotta grow from this. Truth be told, like ESPN said, Jason Tatum can't go left. They exposed him. All his big moments going to the bucket was right. Guess who also used to do that back in his day? LeBron James. LeBron used to be head down, right. What they do, build a wall, make him go left. Because if you go left, he got pulled. And we knew LeBron was not shooting like that. Jason Tatum, same way. Every time Jason Tatum goes left, he shoots. Every time he goes right, he try to go to the right.
It does force you to get a little better at basketball.
So now,
yeah.
So now Golden State exposed that in the later games. Now it's time to, look at film, take it, and then, you move on. But, yeah, you can't do that. You're the best player. Like you said, you made that run. You get in the finals. But the finals is always something that it's not for everybody, man. The finals is for big-time players, and you got to do big-time performances.
Cash Crew, it's your boy KD. I want to tell you about a special opportunity. Business owners, do you want to advertise your business in our videos to our audience? It's very simple. All you got to do is find our information right here below, and you'll be able to get in contact with us. So again, find our information here, get in contact with us. We'd love to hear from you. Now let's get back to the show.
Andrew Wiggins, bro. If there was a salutatorian finals MVP type, that's definitely the Andrew Wiggins, man. He came. He showed up.
Hypothetically, even that don't exist. If there was a most improved player award for the playoffs, would it go to him?
That sounds too complicated. But the point I'm saying is that Andrew Wiggins, he didn't outplay Curry, so Curry rightfully is the MVP. But Andrew Wiggins, was like the X factor. Look, let's put it this way. First part of the season, he ended up being an all-star starter. And, I mean, he had the numbers for it. I mean, a lot of us was kind of like, but whatever.
Yeah.
But after becoming an all-star, he kind of faded away. We kind of just didn't even hear about Andrew Wiggins no more. And then the playoffs, like, he get napped. Look, unlike Tatum, he turned on Mamba mode. Maybe Tatum texted the wrong number.
Oh.
Maybe he texted the wrong number. Andrew Wiggins got Kobe real number, bro. Because you can't tell me Tatum gonna come out and lay an egg like that.
Not the Kobe Bryant we knew,
bro. And you wearing the number, you wearing the wristband up here, like bye. Trying to change your number to 20.
Yeah,
get your life.
Jason Tatum. Yeah, I mean, but every star went through it. At some point, Kobe went through it. I mean, Kobe shot freaking 2 air balls in a playoff game to close out the game at one point. I mean, LeBron scored 11 against Dallas in one of the games. Kevin Durant, I mean, laid eggs. I mean, for goodness sake, the man got swept by Jason Tatum this year, and that's not even in the finals.
And guess what, though? We bashed all of them.
Yeah,
when they did.
Absolutely.
So
now, Jason Tatum.
So Tatum, you come
with
get
a cost.
yours. Yeah, come get yours too. I'm not. There's no baby in nobody. Mm-hmm. You need to, because if the roles were reversed and Curry came out and had another, because I think what game was it? Like game 3 that he played pretty bad and it was like 16 points or something like
with
that.
No threes.
We would have destroyed
Curry.
Then we would have started questioning his whole legacy. If he's even a top 20 player, it would have been a whole bunch of goggled, bro. So Tatum, you gonna get yours.
Okay, and that's respectfully so.
You gonna get yours.
That's absolutely. I mean, he's deserving. I mean, if you want to be the star or a superstar in this league, it comes at a cost.
I mean, and whether you say you're the star or not, you ordain yourself when you play as well as you have played. Mm-hmm. But now you got to do that at big moments, like all the time. If you drop 13 against the Orlando Magic on March 1st. I don't care.
We want to see on the big stage at the biggest moment.
Because, it's like, you probably didn't even realize who you was playing.
Exactly.
But, you don't get to do that in the finals game, bro. You don't. I'm sorry, my people.
But let's talk about the team that actually won. We've seen the early 2000 Lakers. We've seen the Big 3 Celtics. We've seen the Big 3 Miami Heat. And now we see Golden State. In our generation, at least. Where do you see this Golden State team as far as dynasty-wise?
Okay, first, I'm going to take out that Big 3 Boston. That they only won one chip.
And I forgot to include the Spurs.
And secondly, we're going to add the Spurs. Okay, so, Miami only ended up with 2 chips as well.
2 out of 4.
2 out of 4. However, that talent was probably unmatched, led by LeBron and Chris Bosh.
Wow.
Where am I going to rank? I think the Shaq and Kobe team, Lakers team though, is I would put that team against any team all time, bro. Like Shaq and Kobe is just that dominant to me.
Even over the 2018.
All of them. Kevin Durant Warriors, Michael Jordan Bulls. I don't care. I mean, granted, you'll never know eras, whatever, but like, I just really like that Shaq and Kobe Lakers team. That's a cheat code.
It was.
And you think about it, like, they wasn't even as, like, Kobe especially wasn't even as good as he would become yet. You know, like, he really wasn't.
Nowhere near.
So, I think Golden State's version of the dynasty is more revolutionary. When I say that, it's like game-changing wise, like this one, like, I don't know, like Miami's was finesse, but I don't want to call them a dynasty that only got 2 rings.
Correct.
San Antonio's, because it's Tim Duncan, it was by the book. Golden State's, with Clay and Curry that, pulling up whenever they feel like it just, it gives kids something to shout about at the TV.
And adults.
Yeah. And so, I mean, and I think a mix of all of that was just the Lakers, bro. I'm going to go with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers.
You going with Shaq and Kobe?
That's my team. That's my team.
I got to go with Golden State. It's not that. First of all, they got more championships won.
Right.
And I'm always going to give a knock to teams or players that leave either the tank not empty or shortchanging us. Shaq won a championship after he left Kobe. Kobe won 2 championships after Shaq left. So that tells you that was not a finished product. If they stayed together, Kobe probably got 6 rings.
9.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like great. Shaq was in LA for 8 years.
That boasts to my point then. I feel like that defends my argument. Like, that dynasty could have been elite.
But we can always go
we'll never know.
We'll never know because we could say the same thing. LeBron stays in Miami. Who says they don't make a tweak that summer, before he goes to Cleveland and he wins 2 more championships in Miami? Now it's a different story. You see what I'm saying? So you can't go off what if, you go with what happened. And also, too, Shaq wasn't drafted to the Lakers. I have to knock that. He was traded there. Curry, Clay, and Draymond were all drafted. And also, another thing, too, is all 3 of them, Steph had a little buzz in college, especially in that March Madness run. But outside of that, nobody knew who Klay Thompson was. I knew who Draymond was because of his school, not because of his play.
He was not that good.
He was not that good. So, for all 3 of them, man, to come from where they are and then to be at this exceptional level is hats off. And it comes to my second point of, if they win another one, they might have a good case to knock out them Bulls.
Okay.
And that's just for this generation, because it's like I would say, in 10 years from now, these new, most of the old heads are gonna start fading out. So these new age kids, this is it. This is our version of the '90 Bulls right now. What we seen.
Okay.
It's just obviously they didn't go 3P.
I'll let you have that opinion. I can't say I agree, but
it is what it is. But this for this generation, this is our version of the '90 Bulls. What we seeing right now, and so it's hard to go against it. We haven't seen a team do what they did.
Ndaco.
It's hard. So, but before we wrap it up, we got one segment we're going to call the dynamic duo.
This dude just be throwing segments at me, bro. The dynamic duo. Explain yourself.
So how it's going to work is I'm going to give you a dynamic duo, and we're going to compare it to Splash Bros, and you'll pick who you would pick, Splash Bros or this dynamic duo.
All right, let's get it.
All right? First one. However, this dynamic duo is all dynamic duos that won a championship, at least one.
Okay, let's get it.
So, Splash Bros or Kyrie and LeBron, who do you take?
Kyrie, LeBron.
All right. Splash Bros or Shaq and Kobe?
Shaq and Kobe.
Splash Bros or Tony Parker and Tim Duncan? It doesn't only have to be championships. It can be the whole total package. How they played, how many games, how many times they won, their persona. It can be the whole package.
Tony wasn't a shooter, period, like that.
Not at all.
Well, at least not from deep. That's a tough one. You put a point guard and a center, power forward center. Yeah, let's go with the Splash Bros.
Okay. Splash Bros, Wade or LeBron? Wade and LeBron, I'm sorry.
LeBron.
This man never gonna let this man live. Splash Bros or Wade and Shaq?
Splash Bros.
Splash Bros or Magic and Kareem?
Magic and Kareem.
Splash Bros or Jordan and Pippen?
Jordan and Pippen.
Fair enough.
On that note, we gonna wrap it up. Play my exit music. NBA season was dope. We'll do it again some other time.
How many days we got into the NFL?
Oh, from today's date, we got 82 more days, bro.
Hey, we're counting down to the NFL season. Appreciate you guys tuning in. See y'all next time.
Peace.